Who else can we talk to? Actually, let's talk to Liliana again.
Yes?
See if there was anything else that I missed.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Loverin's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You know, beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
I'm just picturing like he's not a big enough douche to say that. He's not that forward. Those initiates can't have been more lovely than you. We'll be a bit of a charmer.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic.
See, this is what I mean.
Enchantry
She didn't take vows.
provides
There's
succor
two
and
different
safe
sides
harbor
to it.
all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
So what did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Ah, so she approves. Awesome. That kind of sounded a bit suspicious at the end there, though. She sounded like she wanted to get off the subject of where she learned her combat skills. We'll probably learn more about that at another campsite.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
A nutty old bat. A powerful Maleficar.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, please.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Ouch. She must have been pissed. Bloody hell. You don't do that. That's just...
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement.
Really?
All would
Wow.
have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
Bloody hell. Kind of feel sorry for this Ozen guy now. First, you know, his wife says she's going to leave him for a wealthier man. Then he gets killed. That's a rough deal. Did she speak to spirits, or was it demons? Or, in fact, no, so she truly loved Osen then.
That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which? That she ever invaded, or that he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
How is it that she survived for so long? Because if this is supposed to be centuries old...
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has coloured her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
An interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
She died a long time ago.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
And she approves, so I've got a little bit of her approval back, which is good. It's quite interesting, the Flemeth thing. Because for those of you who are not Dragon Age fans, you won't know. One sec, let me just... we'll sit down by the fire, have a little story time. There is not a rumour, but like a fan theory that Flemeth is actually not what she appears to be. She might be something a lot more powerful. Namely, an old god. Now this is something I was recently looking at, because I find the mythos behind Dragon Age really interesting. So I was just looking at the different, like, backstories, the theories, that kind of stuff. And, the old gods, there were 7 old gods. I'm trying to think how to put this. However, 2 old gods are said to still exist. That are not slumbering. Because as you know, the old gods are slumbering beneath the earth. The Darkspawn find them, corrupt them, turn them into these archdemons. But the theory is that Flemeth is actually an old god in human form, which would explain a lot. Like, for example, how the hell she managed to survive for centuries. That would kill anyone, as far as I know. But anyway, let's move on. I think we've sat by the fire for long enough.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
And now where shall we go? Could go back to Denerim. We've got the Civil War that we need to go to, so let's head there first. This is some of Lothring's men that we managed to acquire the location to. we've got a little
Get your
present for
horses
them.
off Ben Talman's land. We won't bend needle again.
Logain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
I see. Well, you know what we're going to say to your legion's orders? Yeah. They're all just soldiers except for that one sergeant. So let's try and save as many of Bannon's soldiers as possible. I'll attack this guy. If you attack this guy here. Morrigan, if you attack this guy along with Liliana. Liliana, please make sure you are using your bow. And let's go. Alright, so you keep doing that. Morrigan, if you could give us some frosty weapons, please. And freeze him. There we go. Okay, so that's one dead guy. Work on these soldiers now, please. Liliana, if you do the same. What can you do? Blow the belt, crippling shot, rapid fire. I'm going to go for a shattering shot. That should weaken his armour, make it so he takes more damage. Alright, now to the sergeant.
You're pathetic!
And I'ma boop you. I booped you. Actually, can I knock him over? That was the wrong one. No matter... Oh! Decapitation. Lovely.
Delighted.
Before we talk to this knight, let's just... Ooh, elf fruit. Mine. Logan soldier. A bit of silver off him. Nothing special. Okay, let's talk to the knight.
We showed those Logain upstarts.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Yes. That was surprisingly easy. Bane Lawns lands. Sulcher's Pass. Let's check out these Bane Lawns lands. 'Cause I don't recognise this area. Guards attacking an unarmed man. Let's quickly join the fray. We've got no time to... Oh! Oh yeah, killing an unarmed man. You're a dick. Private militia as well. You're not even... Okay, so where's the guy that is tougher? Him. Alright, let's get him. Oh, he actually did quite a bit of damage. So, holy crap, I am dead already. What the hell?
On it.
Morrigan, can you please quickly help? Oh crap, he is dying very fast. Yeah, dying very fast. Heal, please. Heals. Quickly, Winter's Grasp. Okay, now, I don't really know what to do. Quickly, heals. Can you knock him over? Shield cover, shield bash. Yes, there we go. Okay, heal him, please. And take a Lyrium potion. We're gonna need some big potions, I think. The health poultices. Let's move this over so it's nice and organised. I like things being organised. Okay, now keep battering him. There we go, he's stunned. And dead. Okay, let's just take down these archers and we should be fine now.
Just die already!
Shield defense. Threaten. Nah, let's just boop. Let's just boop him. I'ma boop you. I booped you.
Begin the onslaught.
Alright, let's go!
Those guys were tough. Splint mail boots, medium boots. Surprisingly better than what I'm wearing. So I think I'm wear them. Oh no, wait. They're better than what Alistair's wearing. Sorry. So I think he will wear those. A little bit nicer. And if I just go back to myself, we'll just loot these guys for a helmet. Not exactly the... Ooh, elf fruit. Mine. We will go speak... Well, check out the dead guy in a second. Private militia lure. Ooh, a health poultice. Nice. Death fruit. Okay, let's check out the dead guy. Oh, is that... More elf fruit. I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted by the, like, plants. But we do need elf fruit in order to make health poultices. It's quite important. Okay, now let's go check him out. The royal colours of Ferelden's former king still shine through the stains on this man's uniform. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Marin, a member of Caelan's honour guard at Ostergar, and a close confidant of the king. Hey, you're still alive?
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
You're not dead yet.
You were there in Ostergar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Yeah, I recognise your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostergar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Caelan, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostergar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
It is important, the chest?
The royal arms chest. It's where Caelan kept his father's sword, the one he always said he'd slay the archdemon with.
More than that, there was a secret compartment where he kept documents concerning his dealings with Empress Selene and the Orlesians.
Wow, so it turns out the king was a little bit smarter than I gave him credit for. Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
You don't think the Darkspawn found it?
I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did? The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Caelan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Rest in peace. So we have a quest. We have to go back to Ostagar. You know, I have a lot of respect for that guy. He may have, you know, deserted, but he was loyal. I suppose we really should go back to Ostagar, I guess. Yeah, if I go back to Ostagar, and then I think I'll make my way over to Redcliffe Village.